Her vocal range is not very high. It doesn't do. Or either. Good. Josephine and I have what's the today? Yeah, he came for being he got married. No. Was tired. Yeah, me too. And it's raining so hard. Again. She plays Princeton. She's a great player.
Just like very simple practice.
Oh, you're doing visuals.
Each camera has a
so the president is
just out of curiosity.
it was a little better.
Is there a minister?
Working outside.
Yeah.
Well, you were being here. I go to St. Andrew Western and I always enjoy that.
I feel like it's something, yeah. We just started in the fall. Jazz suites that were questioned by Reverend.
Yeah, I didn't get breakfast.
Oh, yeah.
Now we're moving towards the more traditional. We're going to try that out.
Yeah.
There's the one
We're gonna have a bar.
A bar.
Jazz Vespers, sometimes you go there.
So there's so tight.
Friday.
The snow.
Yeah.
Those big ones.
Yesterday was. Yesterday? I am still learning English, so I have to translate everything. I'm tired. Translate. That's why I think I'm drinking more here.
It's always 4 o'clock.
It's like Spanish and Portuguese. Actually, I want to learn Italian. Italian, I think, is easier than Portuguese, but it's also French is so hard. Because it's so hard. And some people say it's like but the pronunciation is great.
Yeah, and I just looked at it, you know, I think the idea is to come up, well, like in Kingsway, and then cut up Kingsway and then cut up onto 16. As long, I don't know if you can, I'm assuming you can. It doesn't look good. Yeah, that's the way I read it.
Yeah, you can use it. Our bar is pronounce that. It's totally different. You have to learn you have to study reading, speaking. But it's Spanish if you read. Buenas noches. But you can pronounce that. Maybe if you know Japanese, it's not speak Spanish. Pronunciation. Spanish is good hard, like the accent. English makes it's hard because they can't say
I do have a problem. Oh, this is what
Folks, welcome to Friday night Jazz Vespers here at Trinity-Grace. It's our first Jazz Vespers of 2024. For those of you who have braved the beginning of our atmospheric river to come out in person tonight, very warm welcome to you. At least it's not snow. And could have been a week earlier, so as a few people have commented. And also warm welcome to those of you joining us online. Trinity-Grace is committed to truth and reconciliation, and so we want to begin by acknowledging that our service this evening is taking place on the traditional, unceded, and ancestral territories of the Squamish, Musqueam, and Tsleil-Waututh nations. We offer our respect and gratitude for the caretaking that these nations have done for this land over generations, and we commit to the ongoing work of right relations. Tonight, we are really pleased to have with us in the house the Hipponauts.
Yeah.
A warm welcome. And they are going to introduce themselves in a few minutes. Although if you may recognize them because they were actually here in December playing for our community carol sing service, and which was very well received, and so we couldn't wait to invite them back, and we're so glad that they're here to start off our 2024 Vespers series. So welcome back. I was trying to find a quote earlier today that would kind of sum up what we are trying to do, or what we believe in when we are offering a Jazz Vespers service. So I came across this one. I'm going to try to do one each time, and hopefully we can sit with that as we move into the service. So this is a quote from John Coltrane, the American jazz saxophonist, band leader, and composer. And he is quoted as saying, "My music is the spiritual expression of what I am. My faith, my knowledge, my being. When you begin to see the possibilities of music, you desire to do something really good for people, to help humanity free itself from its hang-ups. I think music is an instrument, he writes. It can create the initial thought patterns that can change the thinking of people and speak to their souls. And I think that we would echo that sentiment. We believe that music, and in particular jazz, opens our souls up in a way that words can't. And so thank you for being here tonight. Thank you for your donations this evening. They will go to support the musicians in particular and help us to continue to offer this kind of service in our area of the city so that our spirits can continue to be nourished by the spirit of jazz. And just before we move into our service, in order for us all to enjoy our evening together, I want to let you know there's a washroom right at the back here of the room on the right-hand side, and 2 more down the stairs to the right. And also, if you can just check your devices that you have with you and ensure that they are on silent or are turned off. And as we do that, I invite you to take a moment, take a breath, let go of whatever it took to bring yourself here tonight. For some of you, it may be the end of your work week. And invite you to just let go of the cares of the day and of the week as we invite the Spirit of life to be with us now and speak to us through the music and through our time together. And now, the Hipponauts.
Thank you very much for showing up this evening. I won't go into too much detail, but I'd like to introduce our piano player, Hale Chong. On drums, we have Alex Hernandez. On bass, people often confuse us because we have the same first name, but Ian Widgesinger. My name is Ian Leyland, and we're going to start off. We are starting to play now, right?
Yes.
We're going to start with a tune titled Blue and Green. It's, I think it was written by Bill Evans, but it was made famous by Miles Davis. next piece we'll do a tune entitled Midnight Blue, written by a fairly well-known known to jazz guitarists anyway, a guy named Kenny Burrell. Thank you. That was a rush. I dropped my pick in the middle, so using the hand. So the next tune is titled "Softly as in the Morning Sunrise," written by Sigmund Romberg, and Ian will do the what's called the head or the melody for us here. Starlight by Victor Young. Hale started off with a piano solo chorus. So, Stella by Starlight.
my turn, right? The Hipponauts, everybody. Well, we are, if you can believe it, exactly 1 month out from Christmas. We're almost at the end of January. I'm still saying Happy New Year. I don't know about you, especially anyone I haven't seen since before or since Christmas. Is it still okay to say that? I definitely am. I'm one of those people who take it all the way to the end of January. So, another New Year's topic, New Year's resolutions. How are we doing with those? Did you make any this year? One, maybe? A few, maybe? I'm not going to actually ask you to, let me know what resolutions you have. I'm not going to tell you mine either, actually. But how are you doing with them if you did make them? I think we're actually past the average time when most of us supposedly have let them go, given up on them, or at least have cheated on them a little bit and are thinking about just letting the whole thing drop. Maybe the rain, the snowstorms don't help, or we could use those as an excuse, especially if you've resolved to do something like go to the gym or the yoga studio a bit more, or even go running or something outdoorsy like that. It can be hard to be motivated when you're traipsing around in the dark and in the rain or climbing over piles of snow just to get out of the house. New year, fresh start, new revelations though. The cusp of a new year, we know, usually brings feelings of being able to start over with a blank slate. And the possibilities come bubbling up of how life could possibly be a bit different, maybe a bit better this year, and how we can help set that up for ourselves, maybe by changing some of our habits, some of our attitudes. And that's by no means a bad thing, but resolutions can set us up for disappointment if we hit a bump or a pothole in the road and it takes us off track. Did I say if? Of course, I mean when. As if we expected we could or would be in full control of our circumstances and our journey. In the church, the first 6 weeks or so of the new year, we call the season of Epiphany. It's framed by the well-known biblical story that often gets rolled into the Christmas story, in fact, of the wise men or the sages or the star studiers from the east who, of course, saw an unusual star in the sky and attributed it as a sign of something really important happening in the world, and then being led by it to the birthplace of Jesus. The intention of the writers of this story is to illustrate their belief that the birth of this person, Jesus, was a defining moment in human history, and in God doing a new and important thing through the life of this person, something that could elevate humankind's awareness and bring the nations together in peace and harmony. Now, this archetypal story then helps us frame our entry into the new year in perhaps a slightly different way than simply the blank slate. I'm going to be a better person kind of intention. It offers us a vision of life as a journey with opportunities to allow ourselves to be spirit-led and to offer our gifts in the service of divine purpose. Wherever we are led, wherever we find ourselves, spirit-led for the healing and transformation of the world. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but the songs that we just heard all had something to do with color or light. I particularly like the one about sunrise. One was called Sunrise. I don't have the list. And of course, very fittingly, the final piece we heard, Stella by Starlight. Because the Epiphany story starts with a star appearing in the sky, leading those wise ones to Bethlehem, leading them to the divine one who was born into the world, who Christians understand as the light of the world, the one who most clearly illumines our awareness of the divine presence in the world. And many of us would say the divine presence, the divine light in ourselves and in each other. And we tend to talk about Epiphany then as a season of light for our world, for our neighbors, for each other. And it doesn't come down to resolutions and keeping them. It has to do with our journey and our gifts, staying faithful to our own personal journeys, and attentive to where the Spirit, the universe, whatever you want to call it, to where it's leading, or the challenges or the leaps of faith that we may be being asked to consider to create more love and more healing in the world and in our own lives. And we're all on unique journeys, of course, to discover what we have to offer and are being called to offer right now, in this moment, in this week, in this year, how we can be part of and contribute to divine purpose in the world. And what you have to offer needn't be big. It needn't have to take center stage. It could be as simple as asking a needed question at an organizing meeting, or taking the time to really listen to a coworker who needs to talk. So I invite you to consider not just the New Year's resolutions you've made, but also, and what that implies about what you think you need to improve about yourself, but also to consider what is already within you that maybe you're being called to share of yourself right now. Or just to remain open to the signs around you that may be pointing to what could be for you. And the good news is we don't actually need to get our lives back on track or on a better course through our resolutions to do that. The light is already in us. And weirdly, it's sometimes through the cracks and imperfections in us that lets the light that we carry shine through into the world. I just want to leave you with one of my favorite Epiphany poems. It's by a poet named Jan Richardson. And I have a few copies at the back if you want to take one with you. It's called, "For Those Who Have Far to Travel, an Epiphany Blessing." If you could see the journey whole, you might never undertake it. Might never dare the first step that propels you from the place you have known toward the place you know not. Call it one of the mercies of the road, that we see it only by stages as it opens before us, as it comes into our keeping step by single step. There is nothing for it but to go, and by our going, take the vows a pilgrim takes, to be faithful to the next step, to rely on more than a map, to heed the signposts of intuition and dream, to follow the star that only you will recognize, and to keep an open eye for the wonders that attend the path, to press on beyond distractions, beyond fatigue, beyond what would tempt you from the way. There are vows that only you will know, the secret promises for your particular path, and the new ones you will need to make when the road is revealed by turns you could not have foreseen. Keep them, break them, make them again. Each promise becomes part of the path. Each choice creates the road that will take you to the place where the light shines and where your most needed gift can be offered. I pray that this will be so for you, for each of us. Amen. And we're going to now move away from the words again, back to the music.
tune is titled Moonflower. It's written by a person named Tom Coster, but it's actually played by Santana. It's not really a classic jazz tune, but we just find that it's very melodic and beautiful, so we thought we had to pick it up and learn tune, many of you have probably heard. It's titled Cantaloupe Island by Herbie Hancock. tune is titled There Will Never Be Another You. It's quite a jazz classic, written by Harry Moore.
Oh, it's a wonderful final piece, right? I'm going to go look that one up, and that was really uplifting. Let's show our appreciation once again for the band tonight. Here at Trinity-Grace, we're really glad that jazz has become part of our collective journey, and we're really glad that you joined us tonight. We hope that you will find your way back. We have Candace Churchill, who will be here our next Vespers on February the 23rd. And just a reminder, you can also watch again. We were live streaming, and this service will be available on YouTube, and you're also welcome to share it with others if you would like them to know about it. Final reminder, we've been talking about stars and light and journeys, and one of the other things we do here at Trinity-Grace is we offer folks a star word to take home as something that can guide your reflection and your journey over the next year. We still have some in our basket at the back of the church and a little info sheet. You're welcome to take one if you like. Finally, just offer blessings to you, blessings on your journey into 2024. May it be filled with health, happiness, and personal growth, and being guided to find the gift that you are being asked to offer right now. And blessings on your journey home tonight. Take care, and we'll see you soon.